Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be in this glorious world around us. I wanted to talk a little bit about the full moon. Yesterday, we had what's called the snow moon, which I had never heard of before, but it seems logical because of how much snow falls in this month, and in particular in colder climates in the Northern Hemisphere. And in the world of astrology, the full moon is in the sign of Leo. And if you're familiar with Leo, you know what that means. And if you're not, I'll share a little bit about it. Leo is about embodying qualities of leadership and courage, compassion, um, vulnerability, and love. And it's really about, I think about the heart, for whatever reason, because I think when I tune into the heart, I think about shining. So it's really about shining and standing in your center, putting out your light to shine and enabling others to shine along with you. It represents our truth and our heart's desire. And I read this week, I think it was in the Yoga Journal. In a nutshell, it is a time where your awareness of self is being illuminated. And what you do with that is entirely up to you. It's all in your hands. So letting your heart guide you is often easier said than done. First of all, it requires presence, really tuning into the present moment, a little bit of time and attention to notice what's going on, and tuning into what your stirrings are, your longings are, and really admitting what's coming up, admitting that to yourself, because the mind and the ego are very slippery creatures. They show up as our inner critic. They show up as the person sitting across from us telling us that something can't happen. There's all kinds of messengers that tell us what we should do or shouldn't do. And instead of focusing really on the want tos or the would like tos. So it's really up to you to bring conscious awareness to the patterns that might be preventing you from realizing your heart's desires. And here is the good news about all of this. You have a powerful ally that can help you work with this energy, the energies of Leo, and that is your heart. Organization, which you may have heard me mention before, called HeartMath, has recorded the heart to be about 60 times greater electrically than the brain, and up to 5,000 times stronger than the field of the brain magnetically. So when you come into presence and you drop into your heart, you really have a powerful force behind you that extends well beyond your body. It moves into your toric field or the energy bodies around you and out into humanity. So today we are going to engage in a heart-centered breath after we've settled the body. And then after that, we'll tune into the deepest part of ourselves with the self-inquiry practice. It is a great practice to do at this time when I feel like we're in that season where we start to plant seeds, where we plant flowers and some of the early crops. So that's what we'll do today, is we will uncover perhaps some of our heart's desires and then focus on cultivating those things as we sit in stillness. As you know, before we get started, I always love to share the 5 essentials. I was in meditation over the weekend with a woman who was leading a practice for the Feast for the Soul. And she talked so beautifully about meeting the mind and the body and the heart with compassion. And it just reminded me of one of the essentials, which is to be kind to yourself. There's no sense in beating yourself up while you're meditating. It's always nice and good to be like a good friend. Encourage yourself and be kind. The second one is that thoughts are okay. It's in the nature of the mind to think, like it is in the eyes to see or the ears to hear. So when the mind wanders off like a little curious puppy, just redirect it gently and easily over and over again. You are training the brain as you meditate to be in control of what you pay attention to. The third one is don't try too hard to have a certain experience, simply have the experience that you're having. And if something doesn't resonate for you, change it up a little bit. You don't force yourself to do anything that doesn't feel 100% right to you. So tune in fully to what is going on in the present moment while it's going on, and then go with that. The fourth one is to let go of any expectations, even if you've been meditating for years and you think you've got this down. Treat every meditation like it's the first one. It's brand new. It's a brand new moment. You've never experienced this moment before. So you never know what's going to happen next. Embrace all the possibilities. And the last one is, of course, sticking with the practice, because the benefits of meditation show up when you least expect them. Like when someone comments on the level of calm that you bring to a situation, or that you're sitting in less judgment, or you're engaged in less drama. And perhaps you notice those things yourself. So stick with the practice. The benefits are amazing. Okay, we'll be meditating today for about 20 minutes. I will keep track of the time, and let's begin. So when you're ready, go ahead and find your way to a nice comfortable position, one that allows you to be both alert and relaxed. You can be sitting up in a chair, perhaps on a cushion. And you're welcome to keep your eyes open, perhaps gazing at a point softly in front of you. Or if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And know at any time in the practice, you can shift your posture. You can move slightly. You can even open your eyes and close them again to settle back into your practice. Making any movements or adjustments so that you can really settle into the stillness. And let's begin by deepening the breath. Inhaling slowly and deeply through the nose, and then exhaling back out through the nose. Turning your attention now from the exterior to the inner world, your inner world. And letting go of everything that came before this, and anything that's to come, and being here in this new moment. Tuning in to what is here for you right now. And letting your body settle more deeply into the support beneath you, or the earth. Grounding your seat, grounding your feet, and allowing the support beneath you to hold you. And letting your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth. Allowing everything to be exactly as it is. No striving, no trying, no longing. Allowing everything as it is. Moving your attention now to the sounds in your environment. experiencing this very moment, this brand new moment through the sense of sound. Welcoming everything that you hear. Tuning in to the orchestra of sounds around you. You might notice sounds that are pleasant, sounds that are distracting, sounds that come and go, like the sound of my voice. Refraining from any labels or any judgments, and tuning in to the quality of the sounds, the frequency. Everything belongs here, including you. And turning your attention now to the visual experience that you're having, whether your eyes are open or closed. Welcome that same experience or attitude, curiosity, perhaps noticing the light streaming through your eyelids, any shapes that you notice, perhaps colors that you tune into through your mind's eye, your third eye. Welcoming everything that's here without resistance. And with the same beginner's mind, bring your attention to the body. Perhaps noticing the subtle sensations of sitting in this brand new moment. Inviting your face to soften, and your shoulders to lower. Letting go of any tension that you might feel in parts of the body. Any discomfort. Letting your belly soften. Feel the support that's underneath your feet or your seat. And turning your attention to the way the body might move. Perhaps you notice twitching, and gentle swaying. Perhaps the air as it moves in and out of the lungs. Tune into the remarkable nature of this body, of all organs and cells working together in unison. Your heart pumping, your feet, your hands, your back supporting you. And tuning in now to the more subtle aspects of what you're feeling. It might be the temperature of the breath on your upper lip. Slight differences as you inhale or exhale. The pauses at the end of each breath. And with each exhale, letting go of any stress, any tension, any worry. And inhaling peace and calm. Tune in to anything that you're inviting to be part of this practice. Inhaling that now. And bringing your attention now to the heart center, the heart space. If you're so inclined, you're welcome to put your hand on your heart. And see or feel or imagine that the heart is opening, that it's expanding with each and every breath. Sensing the breath moving in and out from the center point of the body. And however you notice it is perfect. Tuning in to the energy of it as you keep your breath easy and natural. Perhaps you sense the heart space opening like a flower. Imagining perhaps a lotus, a rose. Perhaps you feel a warmth as you breathe in and out. And perhaps you notice a light that illuminates the heart as it expands and contracts with each breath. And as you tune into the expansiveness of the heart, let any places of tension or sorrow simply dissolve, moving through the body and out the feet, the hands, perhaps the head, and allowing new energy and new life to circulate throughout the body. Imagining fresh blood being pumped to areas that felt tension, areas of clenching or of pain. And releasing anything that no longer serves you. And allowing this new energy from the heart to radiate throughout your entire being. If you'd like, you can rest your hands on your lap or at your sides, gently placing them there. And we'll begin now to ask ourselves some questions silently. There's no need to make up an answer. Simply tune in to any inner prompting, any images or feelings. And if nothing shows up for you, that's perfectly fine. Just know at some point the answer will meet the question. And the question will meet the answer. The first question is, who am I? Who am I really? You might also ask, who is the one seeing through these eyes? And you can ask yourself a few times. You may see or feel or hear an answer right away, or perhaps nothing at all. Letting go of any expectations and embracing what's here in this moment. Who am I? And tuning in to the heart-centered breath. And asking yourself this question. What is it that I really, really want? What do I truly desire? Perhaps asking yourself, what do I long for? Could be a personal desire, perhaps a feeling, perhaps an image, a visualization. What do I long for? And breathing easily and naturally as you continue to focus on the heart space. And letting go of that question now and inviting one more. How can I best love myself? How can I best love myself? Breathing in and breathing out of the heart space. Embracing all that's here in this moment. Tuning in to what nourishes you. How can I best love myself? And letting go of all the questions now and any answers that may have met them. And tuning into the breath once again, how it moves in and out of the body, the subtleties of the breath, the expansion on the inhale, and the contraction on the exhale. Allowing yourself to remain here in this sense of stillness and peacefulness for a few more moments. And I will keep track of the time. As our meditation comes to a close, and we embrace this time of the moon in Leo, this time for us to shine, stand in our truth, and allow others to stand in theirs. I was reminded of a beautiful passage from Marianne Williamson. And as I read these words, allow them to move throughout your being. Allow yourself to make places of connection and to see what arises for you. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And when you're ready, you can bring some gentle movement back into the body. Perhaps deepening the breath, wiggling the fingers and toes. You might move the shoulders or the neck. Taking your time to come out of meditation slowly. It's just so important to allow this integration time, moving from a place of stillness to a place of activity once again. Gradually stretching into the space around you. Deepening the breath. And when you're ready, you can gently blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey through a time where the moon is in Leo, and the light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.